Alright, okay. Today's video is a bit different. It's not different from the others, it's just like another lesson, but I wanted to talk about something that could be interesting if you want to be one of the best in the world at something. Or simply want to be someone who's rare at your skill, right? So yeah, outside, like last time. Turn on the lights. There we go. Pretty nice. Alright. So I really don't know how to start this video. Remember, I never have like a script for my videos. So yeah, the thing is, if you want to be good at something, you probably always heard the term of, oh, like reaching the top 1% in things, and especially when it comes to like all this world of grinding and becoming successful and everything, like this Andrew Tate type of world, of getting rich and like getting that lifestyle and everything, which is great. Like I want that too. They always talk about it in the sense of, or with this sentence of, become the 1%, right? But becoming rich at that level and being disciplined enough to do those things is something that less than 1% of the population does that. So imagine this. Would you say that 80 million people are are like super disciplined, go to the gym and have all these luxuries and go to Dubai and all this, right? Like, no, it's a lot less than 21. I'm sorry, than 80 million people, which that would be basically 1% of the population. If if you want to accomplish that, it's less than 1%. That is what you should aim for less than 1%, being rarer than something you could find one time in 100 people. And yeah, like for example, one in a million would be that only about 8,000 people in the world, in the entire world, would be at your level, because there's 8 billion people on the planet. And when you see it that way, you see that becoming part of the 1%, or the 0.1%, or the 0.01%, or anything like on that level, you realize that there's a lot of people that will also be at that level, and you're gonna feel like, oh, this is not so special, this is not so rare. But here comes the interesting part. You have to know who you're comparing yourself with, because you're not comparing yourself to the people in the field. Now, if you say becoming the top 1% of the people who are striving to reach that lifestyle, and yes, absolutely, your life will probably look like that. Like you see all those videos of you with the watches, with the supercars, with the money stacks, with the women, with the fancy trips, with the villas, and with the penthouses, and with the drinks, with the friends, with the brothers. Really cool shit. I want that. Absolutely, yes. Give me that. Fuck yeah. Like, of course, I also, one of the reasons why I want to become like a multimillionaire, or perhaps even a billionaire. I don't know. Um, and that is a very like far stretch, because that is less than one in a million, because there's less than 8,000 8,000 billionaires on the planet. There's actually 3,000, so it's less than one in a million if you want to become a billionaire. So you got to be someone fucking special to achieve those things, and most of the time is delusion. But yeah, the thing is that if you compare yourself to the people in the field, it's going to be harder for you to achieve the 1%. But you are going to be competing against like much less people, and like I just this video is really just about like how you perceive things. I'm gonna give you two examples that are familiar with me. Um, I type in my computer, like in typing speed, like about 50 words per minute, which is actually quite low. It's the average is like it's like 40 words per minute, and being at 50 is really not that impressive. Like being at 90 words per minute between 90 and 150 words per minute, that is that is really impressive actually. That's really good. Anything above that, like fucking 250, that is downright crazy. That is wow, super cool. And that is already like competing level. Like you're not doing it you're doing it for the love of the game. You're not doing it because you actually want that skill for to apply it in anything else. It's because you're actually like focusing a lot on it. And the same happens with other fields related to speed. Like for example, cup stacking. Like the fastest are the people who are competing with that, like with that exact goal of reaching the fastest time. Sorry, and the same is with Rubik's cube. Like the fastest people are the ones that are reaching for that goal for being the fastest, like having the lowest time. And and yeah, like if you compare yourself to the average typer, like going back to typing, if you have a 40 word per minute typing speed, that is going to be average. But for the average typer, not for the average person, right? Now, if you compare yourself to the whole world, then it's probably going to be above average because there's a lot of people that simply don't type. Like imagine all the people in poverty. You like if you actually looked it up, which I haven't looked it up, but it's large. You gotta believe me. But just look it up just to be sure. There's a lot of people. It is a really big percentage. The amount of people worldwide, like of the whole population that are in poverty, that they cannot even afford to even think about things like typing or even computer science for that matter. Can you imagine like somebody trying to be like, for example, the best computer scientist? Like there's a bunch of people, billions upon billions of people that just simply cannot even think about that. And you could say that, oh, the people who are actually interested in computer science are about like, let's say 20 million people. And if you become the top 1% of the 20 million people, you will probably be at it will probably only be 200,000 people just as good as you. And that is not a huge number. Like that is really good. But yeah, like just know who you compare yourself with, because yeah, like if you were to compare your height, for example, I'm 5'11" at 17, and if I were to compare myself to the average height worldwide, which I think is like 5'7" for men, or the average height in the United States, which is 5'9" for men, then yeah, I would be like slightly above average. But now, if you compare yourself to the average NBA player, which is 6'7", like holy shit, I'm short as fuck, you know. And the same thing happens with athleticism, for example. Like I was talking to one of my uncles like recently, talking about, yeah, I have actually a 28 inch vertical. I can easily, you know, with a run up, touch the 10-foot rim, right? And compared to the average jumper, that is not so good. Like a good vertical would be probably like 38 inches, like 10 inches more, or a 40-inch vertical. That would be like really good, like top 1% of jumpers. But I would say that I'm even like at even more than just the top 1% when compared to the whole world. If you take like a random middle-aged, perhaps overweight woman out of the street that probably doesn't have that many resources, like that's not hard to find in this country, and you like compare your vertical to hers, she probably cannot even fucking jump, you know? And then if you do that enough times, you'll see that most people just cannot do that. Or let's say with the backflip, for example, like most, you could say tricksters, the people who do gymnastics and shit, like they do flips for a living, and they do all that crazy stuff. That is literally quite like the most basic move. And yes, I can backflip. I'm probably not going to show you right now, but yes. And if you compare yourself to the whole world, then less than 1% of people can actually do that. Just like less than 1% of people can actually like dunk, less than 1% of people can actually learn 4 languages, less than 1% of people have an IQ over 145, and less than 1% of people are capable of becoming like top fashion models, you know? You have to learn who you're comparing yourself with. And the good thing is that most of the time when you're comparing yourself to others, it is to the people in your own field. But it can make you feel better or worse to compare yourself in both sides, like on everybody on the planet and to the people in your field. And yeah, even in chess, for example, like you, if you're an amateur like chess player, and not everybody plays chess, and you just explain to someone who doesn't play chess the rules of chess, you're obviously going to beat that person. But now, for the average chess player or chess person who is like very interested on the topic, you're probably going to get beat if you're just like amateur, like me. And yeah, like it can, having more than one perspective can make you feel centered, or make you feel like you know where you are on the journey of where you want to go. It can make you like be aware of where you are, like some spatial, metaphorically, some spatial awareness on where you are and who you are, you know. But yeah, just learn from this video that don't strive to be the top 1%. Probably strive to be one in like the top 0.0001%, which I think that would be like, maybe I'm wrong, I think that would be like 1 in a million. Like, bro, shoot for the fucking stars. And don't strive for being 1%, because being the top 1% in anything is really not that impressive, unless you're comparing yourself to the people in your field, and maybe it's a little bit impressive, but strive for more, you know. But there, when I talk about this, I immediately get reminded of something else, which is that just ask yourself what your purpose is. I look ugly as shit in this video. I just wanted to say that. Jesus Christ, I look so fucking ugly. The lighting is terrible, and the front camera of this, well, I think this is a back camera. No, the front camera, yeah, of this phone is just not that good. It's like a Samsung S24, but whatever. But they don't want to say. Oh fuck. Well, yes. Find your purpose, or find your why. Like, if you want to become like a really good football player, basically soccer, like really ask yourself, why the hell am I doing this? Am I just trying to have fun? Am I just trying to beat my friends? Or am I trying to be fucking the next Lamine Yamal? You know? Like, ask yourself these things. Like, what is your purpose? And if you don't have a good purpose, that's okay. Like, you don't, obviously, you don't have to be like super successful. Absolutely not. You can live whatever life you want. But knowing that there's people that do it, fuck, jeez, I was about to fall. Okay, knowing that there's people that accomplish those things, and that you could do those things in your lifetime, and that there's only one lifetime, and there's no rules. You don't have to like restrain yourself to anybody's expectations. With that knowledge, do what you want. Maybe you're just gonna stay low and, you know, do what you want, live a happy life. That's perfectly fine. But if you realize these things and you say like, fuck, maybe I do want to do something fucking crazy in this lifetime, because look, bro, it's only one, and I can do whatever I want, you know. That's nuanced and relative, like that of I can do whatever, you can do whatever you want. But I think you understand what I'm saying. The thing is, ask yourself what you're trying to accomplish. And once you do find that, go exactly towards it. Either exactly towards it, or even better, higher than that. If you want to be like a top football player and you want to get into, I don't know what the fuck the association's called, then do that. Now, if you want to be even better than that, if you want to be one of the best, then go for it. Okay? You only got one life for it. And look for something that actually like makes that fire within you burn. You know, like something that like turns you on, but not sexually, of course. What the fuck? But yeah, that's it. Like, I could explain mine, but that would be kind of corny. I haven't even found it. Maybe I have found it and even lost it because I disappointed myself. That would be already me like talking about myself, and I don't want to do that too much. But yeah, that's it. And one of the best things you can do in this lifetime is go the fuck outside. That is another big lesson that I learned and that I want to apply in my life that I haven't applied enough. Fucking go out, like meet people and shit. That's how you grow. That's how you like the. That is literally like the best thing you can do for being self-aware about who you are and where you stand. Like go out there and meet different people. You're gonna meet people of all kinds if you truly go out there and into many different places. If you don't restrain yourself to just going out in a certain area or in a certain level of anything, like you might find yourself, because maybe the pieces that you're missing or the answers that you're missing, somebody else already has them, or maybe somebody else has methods or wants or purposes that also align with yours and that maybe you hadn't even figured out yet. I know that there's definitely things that I can like help somebody out with, you know. For example, one of the best things that one of the best attributes that I have is that I'm a really calm person, especially with people and especially physically. Like I think it was yesterday I was playing basketball and literally there was a friend of mine that actually like pulled me from my hoodie, and he literally like dragged me so hard. He's smaller than me, but he still like did this quite easily. He dragged me super hard and I fell down on the floor like super hard. But I was like, I just brushed it off because I know he was joking, and he usually does that. But that's the thing, is that's just being calm. That's like a very normal example, but the thing is, in situations that you would normally be stressed, I am usually calm. Like actually all the time. Like I can't even remember a time where I actually like crashed out or something. But that is something that I could help somebody out with, because it's something that relieves your life a lot, you know. But that, I'm now talking about a completely different topic. I just wanted to like upload another video today just for consistency. But yeah, you see that's the same lesson that I've been trying to teach right now. It's like I gotta find what the hell you actually want to do. Like what do you actually want to try, and what message do you want to get out there, you know? And yeah, if you don't know exactly what you want, if you don't know exactly where you want to go, you probably won't go there. Because yeah, if you have no destination, like you're probably going to be drifting between things and never actually accomplishing anything. Like have a purpose. And even if you want to accomplish many things at the same time, which excellent goal, that's literally also who I am. I want to accomplish many things in many ways, in many dimensions, in many realms of life. Also, like, have some focus onto it, because even a life where you do many things requires focus on each and every single one of them. You cannot just like drift aimlessly and or sail aimlessly and hope to, you know, like score in life. You know, let's say there are like 5 targets over there and you have a bow and arrow and you like shoot aimlessly. You're probably not gonna get it. You have to know, okay, these are the 5 targets that I want. I'm looking at them, so I'm gonna shoot at every single one of them. Like looking at them, I know what I want to shoot at, you know. But yeah, this is me talking shit. I don't even know what I'm gonna put as the title of this video, but yeah, you got this. Team Philosopher out.